is MTN News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to the MTN News at 5 on KTGF. I'm Tom Wiley in Great Falls. Thanks for joining us. First tonight. Well, every year the second week in April is known as National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week, a time to recognize the work that dispatchers put in to serve their community. MTN's Anissa Coomer shows us how these important public servants are being honored on the local level.
We all know you call 911 in an emergency, but who's at the other end of that call? It's National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week, and we took an inside look at the work of our Great Falls dispatchers.
Cascade County 911, where's your emergency?
Public safety telecommunicators are the first point of contact in any emergency call, coordinating emergency services and obtaining essential information to send the appropriate responders.
They call it the public safety answering point, so any 911 calls geographically come into our center. And we take about 45,000 911 calls a year and 80,000 non-emergency calls. The dispatchers can tell by the ringtone if it's an emergency or non-emergency.
A minimum of 3 dispatchers work at the center at a time, each assigned to a certain service. One handles calls regarding fire and medical services, another is in charge of the Cascade County Sheriff's Office and rural fires, and one is solely dedicated to the Great Falls Police Department.
Police dispatch.
Each dispatcher is trained to handle stressful situations calmly and to provide emergency medical services over the phone like CPR instructions, choking, and childbirth.
They call in on 911 because they're having an emergency. So sometimes it's a little bit more serious than others, and they can be pretty excited because it's something that hasn't happened to them before and they don't know how to deal with it. We have a lot of training that is set forth for our dispatchers to be able to handle those calls effectively and talk calmly to them, and we can get the best help that they need.
An award ceremony will be held on Friday honoring the dispatchers who provided life-saving emergency medical instructions.
For more on the role of public safety telecommunicators, visit our website. I'm Anissa Coomer, MTN News.
Well, ballots will be mailed Wednesday to Great Falls voters for the 2024 school board election. And on Tuesday night, a Great Falls group will give the public an opportunity to learn more about the 3 candidates in the running for one open seat on the school board. Great Falls Rising will host a candidate forum beginning at 6:30 at the Church of the Incarnation. The candidates seeking the position are Tony Rosales, Rodney Myers, and incumbent Marley Sunchild. MTN's Tim McGonigal will be moderating the forum, where candidates are expected to answer questions on a wide range of topics, ranging from the new core school to hiring and retention of staff to budget matters. Well, the Office of Public Instruction is asking parents and families to complete a short survey on education savings accounts. The survey aims to help OPI understand how many families may be interested in the program. During the last legislative session, lawmakers passed House Bill 393. The law establishes a Montana Special Needs Equal Opportunity Education Savings Account program. Families who qualify are those with children who have federally listed disability under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. Additionally, students must not be enrolled in a Montana public school during the 2024-25 school year. According to OPI, about 14% of the student population, or about 21,000 kids, receive special education.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is not Curtis Grevin. It's Joey Vianconi filling in for Curtis today. 70 degrees out there in Great Falls right now with mostly cloudy skies, some storms in the vicinity as well. But Great Falls is one of the warmer parts of the state today. Havre's up at 74, Helena's at 70, but everybody else is in the 60s or below right now, and it's going to get a lot colder over the next few days. Here's a look at your radar. A few lightning strikes just southeast of Great Falls. The lightning activity has subsided and the storms have moved further east, and I suspect we should stay dry here in Great Falls for the rest of the night. Lots of weather alerts out there right now, so we'll go through them one by one here. Parts of Glacier National Park down the Continental Divide, Big Little Belts and High Woods. This is for 4 to 8 inches of snow in the higher elevations, 1 to 3 in the valleys. This goes from tomorrow night into Wednesday afternoon is when we could see most of our snowfall with our next system rolling through. Lake wind advisory for the Flathead Lake and Flathead Valley could get gusts of up to 35 miles an hour. Madison and Gallatin ranges, winter storm warning from tomorrow afternoon to Wednesday afternoon. Could see 14 inches of snow there. The Absarokas, the Beartooths, the Pryors, and the Bighorns, winter storm warning just issued here. This was a watch. There's still parts of the watch still available there, but most of the higher elevations, 10 to 16 inches of snow with the possibility of some blowing snow. Lake wind advisory for Fort Peck Lake. This has been in effect for a little while and will continue into tomorrow. Could get gusts of up to 50 miles an hour, and because of that, we have a very low relative humidity there as well. Red flag warnings now replacing the fire weather watch that we had earlier this morning for most of northeastern Montana. Gusty wind, low relative humidity, perfect for fire conditions. So make sure you stay safe out there. I'll have more coming up next.
Well, if you have a runny nose, itchy eyes, or catch yourself sneezing often, you're not alone. Allergy season is here, and you might need to be on the lookout earlier than before. MTN's Maggie Riley spoke with a physician and shares some tips on how to make it through the season.
Spring has arrived, and while some people look forward to the warmer days and blooming flowers, others dread those seasonal allergies.
And it's annoying. It's not like a cold where you're congested and you can't breathe. It's more where you can breathe, but it doesn't stop.
Other common symptoms you may experience during allergy season include a runny nose, sneezing, itchy throat, eyes, and skin. Allergy testing is available and is done with a simple blood test. Often this isn't necessary, though, unless your symptoms are severe.
If it's really bad, a lot of times we'll get allergy testing done by the allergist.
For less severe symptoms, over-the-counter medications like antihistamines and nasal steroids can be used.
Steroids will help prevent it much better than treat it. Over time, though, the steroids will keep it from coming back.
Since the steroids are better at prevention, Dr. Marler has a piece of advice.
I recommend that people who have seasonal allergies start treatment if they're going to do it, like now.
Practical things within your home can also be done to help reduce or prevent symptoms from occurring. These include changing your air filter regularly, wearing a mask while cleaning, and
sheets and pillows. So a lot of our pillows carry what fell on us the day we were outside. So when we go to bed, it's on our pillows. So you'd like to have allergy covers for your pillows.
Dr. Marler recommends to keep it simple. Start with your home, move on to medication, and always ask a pharmacist or doctor if you have any questions. In Great Falls, Maggie Riley, MTN News.
The Flower Farm in Great Falls opened their annual season on Monday to ring in spring. Flower Farm is a seasonal garden center specializing in perennials, vegetables, hanging plants, as well as pots and planting supplies. They have one of the largest inventories of tomato plants in Montana and several greenhouses filled with hanging baskets of several varieties. They also offer gift certificates for their wide variety of gifts and supplies.
We've been in business, it'll be about 40 years. And it was something, actually my husband has the degree in horticulture, so it was something that he'd always wanted to do. So we just did it as a family project, and it just grew into an actual business.
Flower Farm will be open every day of the week throughout the entirety of the season. First Peoples Buffalo Jump State Park is celebrating the 25th anniversary of their visitor center. Now, the visitor center opened in 1999 to give the community more to see and learn about the history of the park. The park also hosts several events throughout the year and in the summer, encouraging people to get out and enjoy the outdoors. Park Ranger Andy Keller explained what all the visitor center hosts and what it has to offer.
The visitor center here, we do have an interpretive hall. It talks all about how the buffalo jump was used and how buffalo were important to all of the First Peoples. We also have our reading circle that talks about all the different tribes here in Montana. We do have an archaeology display. In the 1990s, Montana State University did an archaeological dig here, and their display is also here at the park.
There are a variety of events coming up at the Buffalo Jump State Park. The next event is the Earth Day Sunset Hike, taking place April 22nd.
MTN News at 5.